Solomon. Discover the most fascinating king in biblical history. Today, we embark on a fascinating journey through biblical history to uncover the life of one of the most intriguing kings of all time, Solomon. This is not just a tale of power and riches, but a deep exploration of how wisdom can shape the destiny of a nation. Solomon, the son of the legendary King David, inherited not only a kingdom but also an immense responsibility. His quest for wisdom did not begin with desires for gold or glory, but with a humble request to God for guidance in governing his people. This act not only defined his reign but also established a legacy of discernment and justice that transcended his own era. Throughout this video, we will explore Solomon's impressive achievements, from the magnificent construction of the Temple of Jerusalem to his wise judgment in the famous story of the two women disputing the motherhood of a baby. We will unravel what makes Solomon not just a historical figure but an icon of wisdom and compassion. Get ready to dive into the life of this extraordinary king, whose story continues to inspire and fascinate those seeking to understand the mysteries of leadership and faith. Together, let's discover why Solomon is truly the most fascinating king in biblical history. Story of Solomon. Today, we are going to dive into the incredible story of one of the most fascinating characters in the Bible, King Solomon. Get ready to learn about the wisdom, riches, and mysteries of this great king. Let's go! Solomon was the third king of Israel, the son of the famous King David and Bathsheba. But did you know that he is more known for his wisdom than for his reign? Yes, that's right. Solomon asked God not for riches or power, but for wisdom to govern his people with justice. Let's go back in time a little. Imagine this. Solomon was very young when he became king, and one night he had a dream in which God appeared to him. God told Solomon he could ask for anything. And what did he ask for? Wisdom. He wanted to be a good leader for his people. God was so impressed with this request that he gave Solomon not only wisdom but also wealth and honor. Now, one of the most famous stories about Solomon's wisdom. Two women came to him, each claiming to be the mother of a baby. How did Solomon resolve this? He proposed cutting the baby in half and giving half to each woman. Of course, he didn't really want to do that. He knew the true mother would rather give the baby to the other woman than see him killed. And he was right. The true mother immediately begged for the baby to be given to the other woman, and thus Solomon discovered who the real mother was. But Solomon wasn't just known for his wisdom. He was also a very wealthy king and built many grand structures, including the famous Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem. This temple became the religious and cultural center of Israel and is still a symbol of faith and devotion today. Did you know that many of Solomon's teachings are recorded in the book of Proverbs in the Bible? Yes. He wrote hundreds of proverbs, full of practical and spiritual advice. Let's check out a few, like, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom," and "He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord." Despite being so wise, Solomon was not perfect. Towards the end of his life, he strayed from God, influenced by his many wives who worshipped other gods. This led to a series of problems, and after his death, the kingdom of Israel was divided. A sad lesson on the importance of remaining faithful to God. The story of Solomon is full of ups and downs, but it teaches us much about wisdom, leadership, and the importance of faithfulness to God. The wisdom that transformed a king. Imagine a young king, newly crowned, facing the challenge of leading an entire people. This was Solomon, the son of the legendary King David. But what made Solomon stand out was not his wealth or power, but his pursuit of something much deeper, wisdom. One night, during a moment of deep reflection, Solomon had an extraordinary encounter. God appeared before him and said, "Ask for whatever you want, and I will give it to you." Just imagine being able to ask for anything. Many would have asked for riches, fame, or even long life. But Solomon? He asked for wisdom. Not just any wisdom, but the wisdom needed to guide his people with justice and discernment. This was not just an ordinary request. It was an act of humility and deep awareness. Solomon knew that without divine wisdom, he could not be an effective leader. And God, moved by the sincerity of this request, granted him not only wisdom but also wealth and honor beyond measure. The story of Solomon teaches us that true greatness lies not only in material achievements but in the constant pursuit of wisdom and justice. Whatever challenge you face, remember Solomon's lesson. True wisdom begins with a humble heart and an open mind willing to learn. And just like Solomon, you can transform challenges into opportunities, guided by the wisdom that comes from God. Divine justice in the baby case. Imagine a dramatic scene in King Solomon's court, where two women are disputing the motherhood of a baby. Both are adamant in their conviction, but only one is the true mother. How would Solomon resolve this dilemma? With his unique wisdom, he proposed a shocking and revealing solution. Solomon, known for his ability to discern the truth in the most difficult moments, suggested dividing the baby in half, giving half to each woman. The proposal was as unexpected as it was impactful. One of the women agreed immediately, while the true mother, in an act of unconditional love, begged for the baby to be given to the other woman, as long as he remained alive. It was this moment that revealed everything. Solomon, seeing the desperate reaction of the true mother, knew instantly who she was. He not only returned the baby to his rightful mother, but also taught everyone the importance of valuing maternal love above all else. This story is not just about Solomon's wisdom, but also about the profound human understanding he demonstrated. It teaches us that true justice goes beyond words and takes into account the deepest feelings of the heart. Just like Solomon, we can all seek the truth with wisdom and compassion, turning conflicts into opportunities to reveal true love. The magnificent Temple of Solomon. Imagine a structure that not only impressed with its grandeur, but also became the spiritual heart of an entire nation. This was Solomon's temple, a monumental work that symbolized not only the material wealth of his kingdom, but also his profound devotion to God. Solomon, known for his wisdom and vision, decided to build a magnificent temple in Jerusalem. This was not just any ordinary structure. It was a sacred place where the people of Israel could gather to worship and seek spiritual guidance. The walls of the temple were adorned with gold, the altars gleamed with sacrifices, and songs of praise echoed through its halls. But the temple was not just a display of power and opulence. It was a place where Solomon's teachings, inscribed in the Proverbs, came to life. People came from far and wide to hear his words of wisdom and to experience the presence of God in an atmosphere of peace and beauty. Solomon's temple was not merely an impressive building. It was a symbol of Solomon's commitment to his faith and the well-being of his people. Even centuries later, its grandeur continues to inspire and remind us all of the importance of building our lives on the foundation of faith and true worship. May we learn from Solomon not only to construct physical structures, but also to build our hearts in love and devotion to God. And so we conclude our journey through the life of Solomon, a true giant in biblical history. I hope you have been inspired by the wisdom and humanity of this remarkable leader. Solomon not only built a prosperous kingdom, but also left a legacy of compassion, justice, and a constant pursuit of divine wisdom. If you enjoyed this video and want to explore more fascinating stories from the Bible and learn from great characters like Solomon, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. And now I want to hear from you. What was the most inspiring part of Solomon's story for you? Leave your comment below. Share your thoughts and experiences. Your opinion is very important to us. Keep following our videos for more insights and stories that teach us timeless lessons. Thank you for watching and see you in the next episode.